Hello, guys. Welcome back to our podcast, PodHub. My name is Michael. I'm your host today, and today we will talk something that is very relevant today, and it did really actually affect all of us. It is gender roles, especially in Korean families. Have you ever heard like when boy need to be strong and woman need to help in the household? To talk about this, I'm joined by Jess and Gabby.
Hello everyone, my name is Jess. I am a part of UN Women, a non-profit organization that is dedicated to gender equality and empowerment and aims to eliminate patriarchal masculinities.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabby and I am a human rights lawyer.
Okay, let's start. We're going to begin with the first segment, the traditional gender roles. Jess, can you explain what that usually look like back then?
It is in Korean families, gender roles are usually deeply rooted in patriarchal values where men are seen as the dominant authority figure and the provider, and women is seen to be the cleaner or the cook, and she has to always care about the family.
I agree with what she said, and I think culture values like respecting the hierarchy and the family structure also had effects on these roles. In the past, it was seen normal and even necessary for men and women to have clearly separated roles. In Korea, men are expected to be like the main breadwinners of the family, while women are responsible for the childcare and also the housework.
So, according to your guys' statement, do you think this still happen today, the traditional roles?
Yeah, I think that it still happens because people still keep their old traditional values and like some factors such as pressures from families where women usually have to work the same amount of time, but they usually get paid less, but get paid less than men with the same amount of labor and work time.
For me, I think maybe because in a traditional family, in a Korean family, it remains influence, but they are like gradually towards involving the more equally. Like even in today's, many women entering the workforce and face a double burden of working full time and also managing the housework duties. Overall, there are still some changes slowly, but the traditional expectations remains influence.
Okay, so you guys clearly have some different perspective, but I think both of you guys are right since it did really happen. So we can conclude that it is still exists but improving slowly. Okay, let's move on to the second segment, the modern era change. Now, let's talk about the modern era gender role that been growing. How are gender roles different for teenagers nowadays?
Recent studies has shown that teenagers or younger generations supports gender equality more than millennials, and they also promote equal opportunities to both genders by promoting it and spreading awareness on social media.
I think like teenagers nowadays are growing up in more open environments. They see things from a different point of view or perspective to social media or the internet. They're more likely to question about the traditional roles and also to support equalities, not just in theories.
Okay, so do you guys think that teenagers play a crucial role in like shaping this stereotype?
Yeah, teenagers play a crucial role because they use social media platforms to tell about recent perspectives or and spreading awareness about gender roles these days, and they also play a crucial role in shaping, reinforcing gender equality, and they also reach like a wider audience in social media.
For me, I think teenagers plays a huge role because they're not only influenced by change, but they also can make them happen or create it. They can challenge the gender stereotypes and promote inequality through social media platforms and their daily interactions. This is important because they are helping to create a society that value fairness and also give equal opportunities for everyone.
Okay, so how to resolve this? How to resolve these problems?
By I think that we should increase women in more leaderships to ensure equal pay and to prevent a massive pay gap between both genders, and to let children pursue their dreams regardless of their gender to prevent gender stereotypes.
For my from the research I got, it's similar to what Jessica said. And what I researched is that education is also important. Schools and families should teach kids at a young age that gender does not determine their opportunities or their responsibilities. The if people can start thinking this way early on, then it can make the society more equal and also reduce gender stereotypes over time. But the stereotypes will still remains.
Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to the last question. Let's talk about how family can fix gender roles problems.
Okay, if answer the question first. I think families are important to fix these problems with gender roles, and families should start splitting up their chores and also give caregiving more even given more equally. So both parents should have their own fair shares, and also it's really important that parents will let their kids to follow their interest or passion, uh, be, not just putting limits on them, because regardless of their gender.
I think that family plays a huge role in shaping children because when parents show fairness and equality by sharing responsibilities in household chores, they show an example to their children, and their children tend to carry the same values toward society.
Okay, thank you. So thank you for listening. Uh, we have discussed about the podcast earlier about the gender roles, how's the stereotype growing in the traditional to the modern era, and it still happen, but I think it's slowly disappearing, and I I think the teenagers and family play a crucial role in shaping this stereotype. Okay, so thank you for listening. I hope this podcast gives you guys some insight. Thank you.